Mayweather Jr. and Victor Ortiz. Tillery went up to Bo and began to tease him, and he was answered with a short jab, in which Elijah in turn answered with a couple of punches of his own to the groin and lower leg. In different areas of human activity, bias, and this phenomenon can be criticized, but perhaps it will never end. Las Vegas, USA. The WBC welterweight title fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Victor Ortiz. Ortiz looked good in the second round, but in general, Floyd controlled the fight. After a head collision in the fourth round, referee Joe Cortez intervened and took a point from Victor for the header. When Ortiz began to apologize, Mayweather knocked him out with 2 punches and took away his WBC welterweight title. Before each fight, the referee Cortez pronounces the phrase, "Protect yourself at all times." According to the referee's notes, Mayweather won every round. At the moment when the referee was removing the point from Ortiz, he did not take the boxers into the neutral corners. Cortez was also looking at the timekeeper when Mayweather knocked out Ortiz, and the timekeeper was looking at the referee.
You were in charge of the fight. You were aggressive and trying and taking advantage of what you saw as a flaw.
You know what I'm going to do? Because you don't ever give me a fair shake. You know that? So I'm going to go and let you talk to Victor Ortiz, all right? I'm through. They put somebody else up and give me an interview.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You never give me a fair shake. HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit. You're not shit.
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass.
You won't do shit.
Which for some reason was at stake in this match.
Tillery, a boxer, late fighter, as a sparring knocked out Art Tucker. Ooh, there's that right hand. There it is, and Tillery, Bo feels once Tillery is tagged, he will run and he will hold on. Bo trying to do some of those.
Towards the end of the round, which lasted longer than 3 minutes, Bo dropped Tiller to the floor with a flurry of punches, ending it with a left hook. After Tillery got up, Bo struck him a few more blows before the gong was finally hit. Tillery went up to Bo and began to tease him, and he was answered with a short jab, in which Elijah in turn answered with a couple of punches of his own to the groin and lower leg. Then a scuffle began.
Tillery does a 360, a spill out of the ring.
Tillery was disqualified, to the great displeasure of the crowd and the surprise of the commentators. The boxers met again a few months later, and this time Bo cleanly defeated Tillery with a knockout in Atlantic City. A regular battle took place between Darren Barker and Paul Samuels. The fight began very actively. The fighters exchanged good blows.
Had a bit of quality about him. He was always a little bit vulnerable as well.
But in the middle of the round, Paul Samuels crossed the opponent and almost falls. The judges try to stop the fighters, but suddenly Barker punches his attacker with a fast, powerful jab, and he falls into a knockout.
It was a stunning left hand, and Samuels has just been knocked cold by that. In an extraordinary incident, the fight is...
IBO World Heavyweight Champion Danny Green and challenger Paul Briggs. The fight ended in an unexpected way for everyone 29 seconds after the start of the first round. During a special investigation, it was found that Paul Briggs had serious health problems, but kept silent about them during a medical examination. Because of this, Briggs was fined $75,000. With a record of 25-0, and Mexican Librado Andrade with a record of 27-2. Butte looked better during the fight, and in the 10th round he was able to knock down Andrade.
Falling in a knockdown. Looked like a push, didn't it, Steve?
Yes.
This one they are finishing big time. Let's watch.
There were more than 10 seconds remaining until the end of the fight, but this did not stop referee Marlon Wright from extending the count to the final gong for Butte, who was in a heavy knockdown.
Could be over if he doesn't beat the count. You can't be saved by the bell.
The The formal reason for stretching of time in the ring was the fact that Andrade allegedly left the neutral corner during the countdown. According to all three side judges, victory in this meeting went to Lucien Butte. At the end of the sixth round, the boxers exchanged punches, and when the gong rang to end the round, they continued to strike, and Molinariss managed to inflict a devastating right swing. Starling fell, and referee Joe Cortez counted a knockout. The Starling team filed a protest, and the New Jersey Commission changed the result. The battle was declared invalid. The WBA chose to keep Thomas Molinariss as champion, but the Colombian suffered from depression and was forced to release the title a few months later.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm human. I saw the punch as they were already in progress when the bell rang. The punch is already in progress, and he got tagged.
On August 5th, 1988, John Meekins and Mohamed Kawoya held a duel at Resorts International, Atlantic City. At the beginning of the third round, Mohamed gets his opponent with an exact right cross, from which he falls onto one knee and immediately gets up. The referee tried to call a knockdown, but Mohamed unexpectedly adds another blow. The fight continues. Here, Meekins inflicts a crushing swing, causing Mohamed to fall on the floor of the ring. The referee reports a knockdown and continues the fight. John is struggling to finish off the opponent. The referee runs to stop the beating, but John is knocked out himself from blows received. The audience is in shock.
Stopped the bout at 1 minute, 39 seconds of the third round. As he stopped the bout, a punch was thrown over his shoulder. The bout was already over. The winner by TKO from New York City, John Wesley Meekins.
Meekins a very fortunate man right now, looking for a title so desperately.